around to the end of this video to find out. Let's get it. So, in high school, I was basically making a bunch of Talking Tom videos on my iPod Touch. I think it was like second generation or third. This was back in the day of 2010. 2009, 2010, that's when Avatar came out, and I got the game app. Yeah, I got the game app for my iPod Touch. I didn't have any console at the time because my console was long gone at that point. So I had no gaming console. I had no gaming console throughout high school. It was just a little device that I had the whole time. This was my life. This is actually an iPhone, but that was basically my whole life. My games, it was basically everything. I did not, well actually no, I did play on a computer, but it was my narcissistic father's computer, which was, he was on the computer all throughout the day. I got about like probably a couple minutes, I don't even know how many minutes, 20, 30 minutes on the computer all the time, playing Roblox, and probably watching some YouTube videos, and that was pretty much it until I started, until he bought me a computer, which means I've never actually owned my own computer yet, because I have yet to even make my own money on YouTube. Anyway, later I started copying reaction YouTubers because I did not know what kind of videos to make, so I was just one lazy motherfucker that just copied off of other creators. I think that's what we do in general, now we think about it, but we also want to copy our favorite creators and then one-up them by upgrading. I shouldn't say one-up because that sounds like a competition, like a challenge. No, we're trying to see our favorite creators and then see if we can improve. I shouldn't say that, more like we're trying to improve ourselves all the time, so we're always getting to that next level, right? So for me, YouTube, making money with YouTube was my main goal, and it was my main goal because it was either join the military or find a job and start making money. And it's like, okay, because back then when I first started doing, this was after graduation, so after I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can start making money with YouTube. Just go at it, you know what I'm saying? Nothing was planned, nothing was orchestrated. It was all about, I'm gonna make a bunch of videos. Nothing is scripted. Nothing. Now all of a sudden I'm realizing that you actually have to script videos for them to perform properly, unfortunately. So there's that. So far, just starting out, I was getting a lot of, after posting a few reaction videos, I was actually getting a lot of traction, right? I was getting tons of traction. These days though, the comments seem dead, and the interaction of my videos seem dead, and I think it's because the spirit that was there is no longer there anymore with my videos, so there's that. So yeah, that was basically it, was that my main focus with my channel, with my videos, with YouTube in general, or I would say mostly with YouTube, was to make money and get the hell away and move the hell away from my narcissist so I didn't have to deal with them anymore. It got really bad. It got really bad for me. And how much I made from YouTube live on my own, and I was dealing with a psychologically damaging narcissist that didn't give one fuck about my emotions because why are you so sensitive? Where's the man? You know, so there's that. Boundaries have been crossed, and I felt that I lost my personal power of boundaries. Trust me, when you get to this point, I'll take this off. When you get to that point after a prolonged bullshit like this, when someone crosses your boundaries more than once, you lose respect for yourself. You seriously lose respect for yourself because if you cannot maintain boundaries, then it literally fucks with your mind. It literally fucks with your mind, which means that anyone can walk all over you and you cannot do anything about it. So you know what? All that fire within you, just put it out, because there's nothing you can do about it when you get to that low. I've never been to that low before. When I first felt it, which I feel it these days a lot more stronger. It's disempowering. It is a low that no one should ever have to feel, ever have to go through. I've never felt so powerless in my life. Never. This was an all-time low. Like, for me, the lowest of the lowest. Living here feels very judgmental and very demanding or commanding, judgmental and highly fucking disrespectful with no guilt. Just directed, rude sarcasm, and I have to admit that I kind of caught on to that at a young age because I was taught that, I was taught rude sarcasm at a young age, so I kind of adapted that, because for me, like, when you're a kid, you just adapt this, you just adopt these kind of ideas, because technically the adult is supposed to be the role model, but in this one, the adult is no role model. It's not a good role model, so there's that. So, judgmental assholes that need to basically shut up and just being absolutely disrespectful. And I cannot tell you guys how many times I've seen this with, or I've sensed this, I should say. I've sensed this. I've seen I've visualized these moments so many times, it's not funny. This is how bad it is. You know that moment when someone is talking and you can immediately sense that in your mind, for me, in my mind, they need to stop talking because they're in no position to speak, yet they keep talking. Have you ever had that moment before where someone continues to ramble their mouth after you just feel that they have technically no right to speak because they don't know what they're talking about, yet they continuously ramble their mouth because they love to hear the sound of their own voice. I've experienced this so many times just being here within the past couple years. Well, yeah, I would say mostly, past couple years. I'm not kidding, it is so crazy. I just started seeing this within the past couple years, and I have not seen it throughout a decade of being here. I just now, within the past couple years, have now been seeing this more and more and more, and the same time, I've already dealt with too much of this bullshit that I'm done. So it's a very energetically suffocating place to be for me. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. It's suffocating because the negativity is consistent every day. It is consistent every day. And I believe that it stems from judgment. The conversations are very judgmental. It all starts from judgment. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. I'm not kidding. That's where it always stems from. My mother does something that my father didn't want my mother to do. It's always my mother. She's always at fault. I am not kidding. She's always at fault, but at the same time, she's very toxic, and I wonder where she actually gets that from. So, father is extremely judgmental and disrespectful, and the mother is extremely toxic, and she's trying her best not to be, but how can you try your best not to be in a very negative space where there is a judgmental and disrespectful person around you that's always judging you and being disrespectful to you? Actually, no, to me and her. So yeah, energetically suffocating to be here. It's created a very negative environment, pretty much. I've been trying my very best to get out of here since 2014. FML. I actually added that part in. These days, all I see on my YouTube channel is absolute chaos, and what I mean by this is, whenever I see my YouTube channel, literally, I see someone that is completely lost, trying to figure out what to make, because how can you create any chaotic environment where your thoughts are continuously racing with what you're gonna say next to your narcissistic egomaniac control freak? I mean, really. So yeah, my energy is not really focused in creation right now. My energy is mostly focused in survival, I believe. Something like that. My energy is definitely not focused in creating videos and content. And, well, part of it is maybe, I don't know. Probably have to do some soul searching on that one, because right now I'm mostly focusing on recording a video. So, I need a desperate kid that wants out of a toxic, a suffocating household. That's the whole reason for why I do what I do. A desperate kid that wants out of a toxic situation is the reason why I'm using YouTube to make money. But I barely made any money on YouTube. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments of this video below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Want even more of my content? Click this most popular video on my channel. And I'll see you next time. And one more thing. Are you someone who feels completely disconnected from the world around you? You don't fit in. Feel ignored. Think deeply. You feel matches at all.